Blue solar storm, day 9 of the wave that we are in, and I was taken deep into myself for a few days in this wave of blue monkey that we are traveling, the inner child, and when the inner child comes calling, we have to go and respond, and that might mean leaving Instagram for a few days and going inwards and listening to what wants to be received and transmuted in this moment. And so we've reached this day of solar storm, which is the direction and intention that our energy wants to move towards, our inner child wants to move. It has an energy signature that we are reconnecting to, and as we reconnect to the truth of who we really are, and the wind that seems to be perpetually blowing in Sedona these days, isn't it? Interesting. Wind in this cosmology is great spirit. So great spirit is obviously wanting to talk to us every time I try to record. Interesting. Cool. So we need to recap from day 2. So how are you going on this journey with the inner child? In the 3rd day was Red Electric Skywalker, which was activating the divine reconnection to remember your true self, because the inner child is holding your truth self and your wounded child and your magical child and the dreams of your soul. So as you are reconnecting with the divine, it is allowing you to clarify what is the magic of you, what is the inner child dream that you want to come true, so that you can align with it. And that moved us into self-existing wizard, so this sort of grounding in self-mastery, because we've had a divine reconnection with the truth of who we are. Then we know what we're here to master and bring into this reality. And once we are activating and using that wisdom, that inner wisdom and self-mastery, that we can then fly high with the eagle, overtone eagle, the vision of the inner child. So we're accessing the inner child and healing the wounds to release the wonder. And as we lift up that essence self, we are reconnecting with the vision of our soul, so that we can see the bigger picture and navigate this reality, understanding our challenges, our gifts, and why we are who we are, and only we can fulfill our destiny. And so seeing it all clearly, having that vision switched on, allows us to balance in the mission, to balance in what we need to focus on and be fearless, to face and conquer and embolden us to step into our power, so that we have this knowledge of the inner child that isn't a Achilles heel to our warrior getting in our way and self-sabotaging us. We've really met our inner child, and we're now together with that enthusiasm for life that we came into incarnation with, without the conditioning and the distortions and the wounds that are keeping us from fulfilling our mission. We can be balanced. Our warrior, knowing which battles to fight and which not to fight, and actually the ones we need to fight are the ones within, and then the external battles will disappear. So the warrior aspect is going to be fighting with life if it's triggered all the time by its inner child wounds that it hasn't faced and addressed and integrated. And so this balancing in the warrior is not needing to fight anymore, really being able to surrender to life, and to surrender to the magic and to the self, the higher self, the essence self that the inner child is carrying for us, if we choose to meet it. And as we embody that balanced warrior, and we remember the mission, part of our mission is attuning to the earth, being here and now in this moment, and bringing all that we came to be to this now moment, to Mother Earth, to Daughter Gaia, to fulfill our role for her as we do for humanity. We have these different contracts, and one of them is for the earth, to create heaven on earth, and that we are all pillars of that temple of heaven on earth, and our inner work and aligning this inner space so that we can bring in that energy and bring heaven to earth. And that's our agreement. And as we attune to nature, we are reminded of our true nature, and it all brings us back. And the calendar is natural time, and it's bringing us back to remember who we are. And as we remember who we are aligning with truth, and we're integrating the higher truth of who we are, why we are, and what it's all about. And when we are connected to our inner child, it all comes back to the heart, the truth of the love that we are, and the love that we came to bring into this reality, and being part of this reality as an expression of love and source. So that was yesterday's archetypal energy, white galactic mirror, as above so below, the reflections in life, and how we are being reflected our pieces back so that we can remember who we are. And then it brings us to today. So when we remember who we are, and we are comfortable and accepting of our energy and our signature and our soul contracts, then we can harness that energy of blue storm and have our intention, our original intention, which is in our essence, and direct our energy towards our dreams, because that is what this journey of the inner child is about. To remember who we are, so we can remember the vision of our soul, remember our dream, the dream of ourselves that we came to realize, and that our soul will not be very happy if we don't remember. We get distracted by the human noise and story, and then we get to the end of our life and we haven't really done what we came to do, and that is not what we want. It's not what we're going to have, because we're in this time of a spiritual awakening, to remember that we are spiritual beings having human experience, and our spiritual truth is meaningful and important to us.